Hello and welcome.
What's going on, everybody?
Episode 11 of the Takeover. We are your hosts. And I'm Angela. And we're having fun, action-packed show for you today. So stay tuned. A lot to cover. OU wins against Alabama. OSU called to attack. We got manhandled in Tampa. So a lot to talk about. We can't wait. And
Stay tuned.
all right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back.
What's up, everybody?
Happy Tuesday. We have our special guest with us back here beside Oki. We have our football turkey in celebration of Thanksgiving this week.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there.
Absolutely.
Hope everybody has a safe, fun turkey day.
For sure. Are you excited for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm always excited. It's time to eat.
What's your favorite dish on Thanksgiving?
Everything.
Everything?
Yep, pretty much.
I don't know. I feel like it used to be corn pudding for me because my grandma always made corn pudding and her angel biscuits.
Right.
But now that I make the corn pudding, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But I also like Daddy's yams, his turkey.
Yeah.
But now we make it all. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited for your mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You make an amazing mac and cheese.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You make a pretty good corn pudding.
Thank you. Let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. All right. We have a lot to get into today. We are going to go ahead and shout out our sponsors real quick. Planet Jerky Premium Beef Jerky. Make sure you get them. Again, the holidays are coming up soon. So make sure that you go ahead and grab them. Perfect stocking stuffers. I keep telling y'all that over and over and over again. Also, Seal the Deal wax seals. We are officially less than a month away from Christmas. Can you believe that, babe?
Yeah.
So make sure you go ahead, order your seals to go on your Christmas cards. And also check out IE Sports Radio's shop because they have lots of fun things, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, all kinds of stuff, t-shirts, tank tops, perfect for your sports fan. So let's hear a word from our sponsors. When we get back, we're going to dive into OU. We got a lot to talk about. We got a very fun topic to discuss. We've been having this discussion all day. We've been having it in our IE Sports Radio chat as well. So excited to have that with you guys as well. So let's dive into our sponsors. If I can figure out my computer wants to work today. All right. We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to Tornado Takeover. Again, we are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela. And you're watching us, powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all of the sports. Make sure you go and follow IE Sports Radio on X, IG, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. There's a lot of snippets from other shows. So if you want to check out another show or just a clip, see what they're talking about, scores, things like that. So definitely go follow all of them, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Check out the website, iesportsradio.com. Join us in our fun chat on X, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, at Tornado TKOV_IE. We'd love to chat with you guys about all things.
Yep. Send in the comments. Any questions, just feel free to drop in a comment.
For sure. All right, let's dive into the show. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some OU Boomer Sooners, because this weekend, that is exactly what happened. We had the OU football team dominated Alabama 24-3. I know we had previously discussed on last week's show and previous weeks before that how this show kind of made us a little bit nervous. Like we were kind of just like weren't sure how.
Well, a lot of people predicted that Alabama would win. Respectively, Alabama has always been a powerhouse in the college football scene. So there were not a lot of people that were riding for OU as far as winning, but Boomer Sooner, OU definitely came out with the victory on this one. Very surprising, very convincing. You know, Alabama only scored a field goal the entire game.
And that was the first drive of the game.
Yeah, you know, so kudos to the Sooners for coming out with a very, very strong win. They had made themselves eligible for a bowl due to the win. And there's a lot to talk about in that, a lot of controversy. We'll definitely get into that.
For sure. I will say that the defense, of course, it was senior night. We're saying goodbye to seniors like stars, Danny Sutzman, Billy Bowman, especially on defense.
Sure.
And that was hard. They haven't really been playing their best football on defense this season. We've had a lot of defensive linemen down. We've had a lot of offensive linemen down. There's been a lot of struggles. But I can honestly say, watching that game, that defense that came out there at the beginning of the game and only held Alabama to 3 points. They're only 3 points the whole game.
Right.
Which I'm going to say the only 3 points of the game because that's what the score shows. Was very impressive.
Yeah, very much so.
It was almost like, where has this defense been the whole season? Where has this team been?
Right.
Now, as being a football fan, of course, I'm glad the OU won, but as being a true football fan, Alabama got robbed of 7 points. There was a, I believe it was definitely in the second half that Alabama scored a touchdown. Unfortunately, they threw the flag after he scored the touchdown of an illegal touching. No one really knows what that means. The announcers are like, what is happening? I'm literally texting you because you're at work going, what is happening?
Right.
It was almost like no one really knows what happened.
Right.
So I will give it to Alabama. I will give it to Jalen Milrose. They did get robbed. Y'all, if you are a Bama fan, I'm here to say you got robbed from OU fans. You got robbed of a touchdown. It should have definitely been 24-10. However, on the flip side, I kind of feel like if Alabama would have scored that touchdown, that may have given them more momentum, and we may have been in a whole different situation.
That's possible. It's possible. Even in spite of the robbery, which fairness is fairness. I'm glad that OU came out with the W, definitely. But anyone who really knows me knows I'm a fair person, and I believe in playing fair. I believe in playing sports fair. I don't like the idea of cheating on any level. So, if they had that touchdown, they were robbed of it. It's definitely a robbery. I mean, it is what it is. However, with that being said, it doesn't take away from what OU did in terms of playing defense, which, I agree that that defense, I would have loved to see that in the earlier part of the season. But it did come at a time where we needed it most, which was, to become bowl eligible and to defeat, a very strong team in Alabama. Anyone who knows college sports knows Alabama has a very, very strong football program.
And here's the thing is Alabama hasn't lost by – Alabama has scored, let me rephrase this. Alabama has scored at least 10 points in every game since
whenever.
I don't even know when.
Right.
And so, and not only that, Alabama has also that word was right there. They've also Alabama's not. Alabama's not bowl eligible.
Not anymore, but in times past.
OU has also never beaten. It's been a long time since OU has beaten a top 10 team at home.
Yeah. And in a new conference. So
exactly. And that was another thing as I was reading. People are like, is this the truth? Is Alabama or is Oklahoma really ready for the SEC? And we've discussed it. I wasn't really sure. And I get this isn't the Nick Saban coached Alabama. I get Alabama hasn't had more than 2 losses in X amount of time.
Well, I'm sure he still has his input in there.
There's
also
all this thing. And even Nick Saban himself said that I actually think I may have screenshotted the comment that he made because it kind of really. No, I didn't. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I really thought I had screenshotted it. He rubbed the wrong, made some comment I don't really think Oklahoma's ready for the SEC. Just because you win 2 teams in the SEC, beat 2 teams in the SEC doesn't mean that you're actually ready for the conference. It was some snarky comment. And it's hold on, wait a minute. You're not even coaching anymore.
Right. And we beat your former team.
So
So, I mean, just accept it, you know. And that takes nothing away from his coaching ability. He's definitely done a great job at Alabama. But OU showed that they definitely have the ability to persevere and win.
Yeah.
There were times, obviously, for anyone who's been watching college football, for the times that I'm able to, obviously I work a lot, you know, for those who know. You know, I would love to be a participant as far as watching the games a lot more. But the times that I have watched OU, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, OU has all the talent in the world. Were they utilizing their talent the way they should? Probably not. In all fairness, as far as stats, let's get into those real quick, where Jackson Arnold rushed 131 yards on 25 carries.
Jackson Arnold actually looked really good that game.
He completed 9 of 11 passes. It's not bad. Jalen Milrose did 11 out of 26, 164 yards, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, the interceptions, I will say, I feel like the Alabama came in here knowing that they were going to win with that
mentality.
chip
We
on
already
their
got this
shoulder,
we already got this in the
big
bag.
Exactly.
Right.
And they got humbled real quick, fast.
Right. That's why you got to be careful about getting cocky. I'm telling you, you'll sit on your back pockets if you're not careful.
Well, they did.
Sooners held Alabama to 234 yards. Xavier Robinson, who's a true freshman, by the way, rushed 107 yards and got 2 touchdowns.
He was amazing.
You know, that was OU's first conference win at home since leaving the Big 12 last year. So, again, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Well-fought win, well-deserved win. I mean, all things aside with that Rob touchdown, which I feel like if they should have got it, they should have got it. I'm just going to keep it real.
They should have. And while we're talking about football real quick, I do just want to shout out Danny Davis, who has been working with he is the assistant athletic director, but also facilities operations. He has been with OU, started working with OU footballs in 1976, is retiring after 48 season and 290 home games. So congratulations on retirement to Mr. Davis. Thank you for all you've done for OU football and for the facilities. And speaking of facilities, all right, we're gonna transition real quick into my topic. At what point is too much? All right, so OU, after they beat the Alabama Crimson Tide, which they could call this the Battle of the Crimson, which let me just tell you, the OU's Crimson looks so much better than Alabama's Crimson.
Absolutely.
Alabama's helmets just look dingy and dirty, and OU's helmets look pristine.
Yeah.
But afterwards, the OU fans stormed the field. However, unfortunately, much like at Arizona State, they did it a little prematurely.
They did. That part I did catch.
So it was announced Sunday that OU would be fined $200,000. $100,000 for storming the field on their first offense, and $100,000 for storming the field prematurely. Now, that's fine. We all understand there's player safety, but that $200,000 fine goes to Alabama.
Not to the SEC. It
goes to the opposing team. Now, I did do a little bit of research, and according to CBS Sports, this article was written on June 1st, 2023. I'm reading this from cbssports.com. The SEC increased fines, add security measures in effort to stop fans from storming the field in courts. The SEC plans to increase fines for fans rushing the field or court following a game, according to new guidelines announced Thursday. Again, this was written in June 1st of 2023. The first offense will cost a home school $100,000. The second offense, $250,000. And $500,000 for subsequent violations. The league also announced all institutions will start the clean slate starting in 2023. Again, this is old. Okay, so I understand. It goes on to say that field or court storming is defined by the SEC as, quote, when the visiting team and or game officials are still on the playing surface, end quote. I'm not going on to read the rest of it. Whatever. So I get it. We talked about this.
Sure.
I brought it up in the IE Sports group chat because and this is how it got started. The host of the Arizona Sports show retweeted that Arizona State was being fined $25,000 by the Big 12 for rushing the field prematurely. That was a whole fiasco in itself because there was issues with the referee, said the game was over, the clock wasn't. Anyways, that's another Bible study for another day. Go check out that show on Friday to hear those words. So I was like, I wonder if OU got fined.
Mm-hmm.
To which I Google it and I find OU has been fined $200,000 and the money goes to the opposing team. So that makes me think, why is this so high?
Right.
So you've got one Big 12 that is finding $25,000. And then you've got the SEC, which I understand brings in a lot of revenue. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
$100,000 for your first offense for rushing the field. So we're paying Alabama $200,000 because we just whooped your behind, and now we're trying to celebrate.
Right. I've expressed my opinion on that. I think it's outrageous. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think it's outrageous. I think that in its own weird way, it's like compensation for beating a team. You know, now granted, again, going back to the touchdown, and I'll touch again on it briefly. Okay, if they should have got it, they should have got it. The premature rushing, okay, I get it. There is a time and place for celebration. It was a little early. And granted, you do have to be concerned about the safety of the people out there. Let me finish. I get it, respectfully. But I'll be fast about it. But it shouldn't cost $200,000, almost $250,000 for the first offense, when the first offense should have just cost $100,000 at best. And mind you, you just spoke on was Arizona State that was fined $25,000.
Yeah,
that is like a fraction. That is a fraction.
That was only for premature entering the field of play.
Right. Okay.
That wasn't $25,000 because you stormed the field. That was $25,000 for premature storming the field.
Right. I get that, but you're paying almost $250,000, not to the conference, but to your opponent. No, I don't agree with that.
That's what I
think that is absolutely crazy. I said what I said.
It's asinine.
It's ridiculous. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever we should even be paying $200,000 after we beat you. Okay, granted, you want to go ahead and fine us for rushing early. Okay, cool. Okay, but $200,000.
I mean,
come on, like really though.
But let's get real. People in the NFL, players in the NFL may get fined, $15,000 for supporting a political person
or wearing the wrong T-shirt that's vulgar or whatever.
But $200,000 for college?
That's very excessive.
So my question is, what point is enough? Like, what should be the limit?
Well, to me, it's like you lost and won at the same time. Speaking about Alabama, you lost the game, but you won $200,000.
So LSU, I was just looking this up. LSU stormed the field, I'm assuming last year. They had to pay $100,000. That was the first time offense. Okay, this year they stormed the field again after, I don't remember who it was, but after they won.
Right.
If they do it again, they have to pay in 1 year $750,000. So I'm basically dishing out $750,000 so that my fans can celebrate that we just whooped your behind.
Right. Where they do that at? Yeah.
I mean, it makes absolutely
no sense.
sense.
Make it make sense to me. For anybody out there who has the answer, let me know, because I don't get it.
Now, and again, I don't want to discredit player safety, official safety.
All that is included in the package, and I agree.
And I understand. But here's my thing is, and according to the rules and regulations of the SEC, it's when the opposing teams and or officials are still on the playing field.
Right.
So here's my thing. Are we just supposed to sit in the stands and wait for Tom and Jerry to have their little conference because they both went to the same high school or they used to play against each other at, BFE college?
I think they should challenge that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that should.
And then the fans rush the field?
They should say something about it.
So here's my question. How do you tell 200,000 drunk college students to stay you behind in the seat?
Right.
You explain that to me.
Right.
Now, I get it. In the instance at Arizona, there was a fan that went after a BYU player or coach, something, and they got tackled and got arrested. I'm all for that.
Right.
You did the crime. You do the time.
Sure.
That's different.
That's different, though.
But
that's different.
To tell I'm just going to say this like this. To tell a bunch of drunk people or grown adults with their kids that they can't go on the field to celebrate after a major win like that. I want to know now, how many times does Tennessee or Vanderbilt, how much money has Vanderbilt paid to the opposing teams? Because we know how many goalposts they've taken down.
Sure.
We know how many goalposts have been at the bottom of the river, the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville.
I don't even think that one team, I forgot what team it was, after OU lost, that they took Baker Mayfield's jersey. They didn't even get fined.
That was Texas. They took Baker Mayfield's jersey, OU jersey, put it in on the 50-yard line.
They didn't get fined like that and spiked it.
And spiked their flag
and basically impaled it. I don't remember them getting fined $200,000.
I don't remember them getting fined anything.
At all. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember that.
So it's okay for us to tell
a bunch of drunk, hyper teenage kids, early teenagers with a few grown adults and their kids. Hey, you guys, okay, get back in your stands. Get back in your stands. You guys rushed prematurely. Okay, cool.
That and I get that. You rush, wait till the clock says 0-0-0-0. The official did whatever his thing to say that the game is over. The announcer makes the announcement that the game is over. Then it's okay. But here's my thing is, I get that you have to hold your fans and your teams responsible.
Absolutely.
You have to hold them accountable.
Right.
But $200,000 is so asinine that I don't even know that. You know how much equipment you could buy for $200,000?
Yeah. It's excessive. Very excessive.
I'm not going to keep harping on this. Let's go to the chat real quick. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Ralph said, good afternoon, Angela and Fred. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great show. Larry B is on saying, let's go Oklahoma. I can't believe I actually get to watch you guys this week. That's stupid. All that money for that. And then he goes into saying any excuse
to find someone and buy some old dudes some rims for their vehicle.
Okay, that was the best. No,
that's all good. Shout out to Ralph and Larry, guys.
And then he said it's total BS. It is total BS.
I couldn't agree more. It is.
It's absolutely BS. I don't get it. And then we had, so the game was on Saturday. We didn't receive, it was not sent to us, but we noticed that there was a tweet on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, from the
Elon Musk show.
The good old Danny Stutzman himself saying, one moment, please. I need to pull this up because this y'all want to talk about something funny? Y'all want to laugh? Y'all think we're comedy? So Mr. Danny Stutzman goes on to comment. This was 12/24/24 at 1:59 p.m. Seems like my senior night jersey got taken from my locker after the game. If found, please DM me. I kind of want it. I want that, excuse me, end quote. So you're telling me that somebody went into the locker room at OU
and took this man's jersey. This is his final year.
Stinking nasty. Now, if you've ever played sports, you know how sweaty and nasty them jerseys are.
Yeah. I played plenty of sports.
You're telling me somebody took that out of the locker room?
I want to know who.
Oh, well, don't worry. Have no fear. I am right here to let you know who took that jersey and where that jersey is located. Y'all aren't going to believe this. I gotta remember which account posted this. If this was the OU account or the OU athletic, the football account or the OU account. But the jersey has been located. The jersey has been found. The jersey has been located.
It's safe and secure.
It is safe and sitting on the wall in the locker room on a mannequin. The missing jersey.
So we got a Mannequin 3. If y'all remember that old 80s movie, Mannequin 1 and 2, now we got Mannequin 3. It's wearing Danny Stutzman's jersey.
So this whole time, for all these times, this jersey has been missing. And there are people that have been out on a manhunt for Danny Stutzman's jersey, only to find out that Danny Stutzman's jersey was taken by the equipment managers to wash and hang up on the wall.
He probably smelled it. He's like, whew, yeah, we're going to take care of this.
So,
ooh, wait. Stress stinks. Remember that commercial, y'all?
I can't help but laugh.
Only to sit on a mannequin.
Hanging on the wall in the locker room.
Just when you think you've heard it all. Oh, no. But wait, there's more.
Only to be hanging in the locker room on the wall. As like, that's where they hang their NFL players. So OU has got this like mini locker rooms across college football. They have like a display of the NFL jerseys when a player goes to the NFL. As you could see under that picture, there was Kyler Murray's rookie jersey hanging.
Help me out, ladies and gentlemen. Help us out here.
Nobody said he was the brightest. He was a great football player.
Oh, he's excellent. He's definitely good at what he does.
If you watch College Game Day when they were playing against Texas, this man had a whole gladiator suit in the trunk of his car.
Mm-hmm.
Need I say more?
So who took that one? Did a mannequin take that one?
Yep, you heard that first.
And then all of a sudden,
missing jersey has.
And then all of a sudden, they got a Gladiator 2 movie. I mean, the dots.
Okay.
The dots are connecting. Anyway, moving forward, Oklahoma had a great win.
Also, real quick, want to shout out a couple of coaches that received some honors here. Coach Zach Alley received the Boyles Award, a Boyles Award nominee for 2024, and Coach Venables won the Bear Bryant Coach of the Week. I believe he also won another Coach of the Week award. A lot of SEC awards given out to players here. Lineman Mason Thomas received SEC's Defensive Lineman of the Week award.
Also, to add to that real quick, Danny Stutzman, the guy we're talking about, has just been named one of 5 finalists for the 40th annual Buckus Award.
Buckus Award.
He's joined a list of finalists by Clemson's Barrett Carter, Ole Miss Chris Paul Jr., UCLA's Carson Schwessinger, and Georgia's Jalen Walker. So congratulations to those guys, especially Dan Stutzman, for being named as one of 5 finalists. Good job, guys.
I'm going to have you read this name because I'm not butchering that, but he won the SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week.
It looks like Fabichi Dwawu.
That's not what I would have said. I would have said Fabichi Nawayu. So I'm glad you're the one that read that, not me.
Right.
All right. Diving into some more OU Boomer Sooner sports.
Let's start off with the ladies. Give the ladies their shine. Ladies first on this one.
Ladies.
Women's basketball. OU versus DePaul, 85-62. The Lady Sooners are a whopping 6-0. They have not lost the game.
They're actually ranked number 8 now.
They are ranked number 8. Peyton Verhulst, excuse me.
Is that the girl from the transfer?
No, that's Reagan Beers.
Oh.
Peyton Verhulst scored 18 points, 9 assists. I'm going to get to her too. And 7 rebounds. They won all games by at least 23 points. Outscored the Ops by an average of 37.5 points per game.
Congratulations.
Good looking, ladies. Reagan Beers, you love talking about her.
All I remember is I watched the very first game, and that's all they talked about was the transfer from Oregon.
She shot a perfect 6 of 6, 17 points and 8 rebounds.
All right now.
Liz Scott, 14 points. Skylar Van, 11 points. For DePaul, Jory Allen and Meg Newman both scored 15 points. Charlene Obiquin scored 12 points. It's spelled differently, but it is. OU shot 51.4% in the first half.
Woo.
So they are looking really, really sharp. Excuse me.
As I go to cough at the same time.
Next game, OU versus Duke is going to be tomorrow.
That is going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good game.
I'm not going to lie. I'm excited.
Duke
they
has
are
always had anyone who knows anything about college basketball,
and women's.
Duke is a powerhouse. I've always respected their game. So it's definitely going to be a test to those girls. I mean, they're looking sharp. You know what I mean? So shout out to those Sooner girls. Keep doing your thing out there.
They're in the big. So that is the Ball Dogs Classic Championship game that will be tomorrow. Duke is ranked number 13. OU is ranked number 8. Duke is sitting at 6-1, while the Lady Sooners are sitting at 6-0. That game will be televised on Flow Sports at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's it.
All right, you want to dive into some, I almost said male Sooners. That just sounded weird. Into the men's basketball?
Absolutely.
So men's basketball beat East Texas A&M.
Yes, they do.
The men's 84-56. The Sooners are currently 4-0, and East Texas A&M is 1-5.
Let's get into some stats. Fears used 7 for 10 shooting to turn in his best scoring effort. He was 1 from 4 from the 3-point range, 5 out of 6 at the free throw line, not bad. Adding 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Miles hit 7 of 13 shots with 3 3-pointers. Glenn Taylor Jr. came off the bench to sink 4 3-pointers and scored 16 for Oklahoma. Scooter Williams Jr., Josh Taylor in reserve, TJ Thomas also scored 9 to pace the Lions. What can I say? The boys are back in town. They're doing it. OU Sooners.
Right.
How about that? Them OU boys, they are definitely doing it.
You got to start charging for this singing. We can't be singing live.
That's
the
only
air.
freebie you get. The rest is $59.99. You know what I'm saying? You get that one for free. Everything else is pay after that. Hey, we got a wedding coming up. We need money. But anyway.
You really just said $59.
I sure did. You know y'all know those commercials where $59.99 and then plus $13.99 shipping and handling. No CODs. Anyway.
That was great. Oh my gosh.
Taylor buried all 4 of his shots from distance. All 4 of his shots from distance, scored 14 second half to help Oklahoma double up East Texas A&M 46-23 after the break. Oklahoma will be heading to the Bahamas for the Battle for Atlantis, playing 3 games in 3 days.
Can we go?
I would love to, but we have a wedding coming up.
Oh, darn.
I've never been to the Bahamas. I think that'd be dope.
We can take they have like a boat that you can take from Miami to Bimini that you don't have to have a passport for. It's like, I think it's like $200 one way or something. You could stay, or maybe it's $200 round trip. You can stay overnight, something like that.
I mean, hey, that's a thought.
Anyway, sidetrack.
All right. What you got next?
So we're going to dive into a little bit of some Sooner volleyball before we take a break here. When we last left off, the Sooners were heading to Texas. They ended up losing. They were playing at home, but they played against Texas. They ended up losing 3-0. Then they hosted the Auburn
Tigers.
I almost said Wildcats, so I was way off. The Auburn Tigers ended up winning 3-1. That game was held on Sunday.
The Sooners won that one. That's a victory over Auburn right there.
What did I say?
You said that Auburn won the thing.
Oh, no.
The Sooners actually won that one.
The Sooners beat Auburn 3-1.
T5 was my turn to fact check.
And then
But the Sooner girls in volleyball did win that game 3-1.
Yes, and tomorrow they will be heading to Arkansas to play the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah.
And that will be the final game or match. It
will be final match for the season.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What he
season ending match.
That's right.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Back to them comments.
Okay, Larry said them OU sports are ridiculous. It's like, why even play the season in softball? Just had them hand them the trophy in February. You know what? I cannot wait for OU softball.
Oh yeah, those girls are dominant.
OU softball, OU even the baseball has been pretty decent.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited for spring season. Track and field's getting ready to start up in a couple of weeks here with exhibitions and things like that. Spring tennis is going to be hitting soon. Haha, see what I did? Hitting soon.
That's it. That's right.
So lots going on and lots coming up. OU basketball, or not basketball, we just talked about basketball. Football will be heading to Death Valley this weekend to take on the LSU Tigers.
So let's talk about it.
I'm a little nervous. You know what? We need to shout out. Hold on, wait, stop, time out.
Pump the brakes.
Rewind. Let's go back to football just 1 second. I'm here because we need to talk about this prediction. Fred's uncle. Shout out Corey if he's watching, listening.
And
proceeded to tell us that Alabama was gonna whoop OU 52-6.
That was his prediction.
His prediction. I have it written down. Well, let's see what he predicts for LSU, because clearly that didn't happen.
Well, and I tried calling you, Corey. You haven't answered. I've been waiting.
He's been waiting to get your response.
Yeah, feel free to drop a comment.
So,
shout out to Corey and FA again.
Absolutely. I sent them the link. They said that we were going to discuss this on our show, and we are. But anyways, heading to Death Valley. I'm a little nervous, but I think with the momentum that the football program OU has had, that I think we can hold our own.
I think so too. Especially
we're 1-1 in the conference. Like on our wins, we've won one win at home and one win on the road.
Right.
So, hopefully we can get that. Larry said, "Sorry, Uncle Corey." Yeah, that's Gordon. That's Gordon.
Hey, he did get the shout out though. So,
but
we said the same thing about Alabama last week, if you remember. We had confidence in the ability of OU.
I always have confidence in the ability of OU. It's the execution.
It's the ability to execute. The consistency in execution is what you need. Defense showed up to hold Alabama. I don't want to harp on it too long. We've already talked about it. But for them to hold a top 10 team to 3 points is very impressive. So they're definitely going to have another challenge. Use this as momentum. Take that into this LSU game. and show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? Bring life to Death Valley. You know what I'm saying? Bring life to.
Get it? Bring life.
That's why I said that. Bring life to Death Valley. For those who caught on to it. OU definitely does have a good. They definitely have a good shot at winning. It is going to be a challenge.
LSU is 7-4, where Oklahoma is 6-5. I don't do the betting. I don't understand the over/under ins and outs and wiggles around. LSU is projected 59.2% over OU, which is projected at 40.8% to win, according to the ESPN analysts. Whew, that was So Mr. I'm gonna butcher his name. So T5 from I'm gonna butcher your man at LSU's name. Naismeyer, maybe that's right. Nuss. Whatever. Y'all's quarterback is on the season 290 completions for 3,458 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Jackson Arnold, mind you, did not play a couple of weeks.
Right.
Is 140 completions for 1,311 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. If we want to look at just interceptions alone, I'm giving this to the Sooners. If we want to look at carries and yards, Burns has more carries than their leading rusher, and our leading receiver has a buttload of less receptions, yards, and touchdowns. So you can buy those tickets as low as $27 if you like, according to Vivid Seats on ESPN. That's not a shout out. They're not paying me. But if they want to pay me, they can.
Hey, feel free.
All right. We are going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk about some OSU Cowboys and some, what's the other team that's in the state? Tulsa Golden.
Tulsa. They are in the same Stillwater area. Oh, and real quick before we go to break, shout out, just super fast. I promise I'll be fast. Shout out to, hold on just a second, guys.
The wrestling dude?
Yes. Mr. Barrick Jordan. He continued his freshman campaign. He won 125-pound title in Sunday's Roadrunner Open. He has dominated to a first-place finish. He is from Stillwater, Oklahoma, which is where we're going next, guys. He's a native. Posted a perfect 4-0 record. So just throwing that out there. Stillwater's about an hour and a half away from Oklahoma City.
All right. Anyways, that was enough.
It's in the Tulsa area. You know.
That I do know. I know it's north, and I know it's near Tulsa.
You can take Route 66 up there.
Ooh.
I've rode on Route 66.
I want to go.
Yeah. You know, it runs through my state.
Duh. You've never seen cars, though, so you don't know.
No, I have not seen cars.
We got to educate you on Route 66. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break real quick. When we get back again, we're going to talk about the OSU Cowboys, the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes,
and the OKC Thunder.
And we also have some
little sneak peek on something.
Important news regarding the OKC Energy out of the USL. So stay tuned. You are watching the Tornado
Takeover on IE Sports
Radio.
Your direct feed
for all that is sports.
Hey,
we'll be right back
Stay
after
tuned.
This quick break.
Hey, Cleveland and Columbus sports fans. This is Jen D, host of the Show of the Land on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in live to the Show of the Land on Tuesdays, where we will cover the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Monsters. We will also talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, Crew, Fury, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll also cover other colleges in the area like Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Mount Union, John Carroll, Baldwin Wallace, Youngstown State, among others. So like I said, if you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in Tuesdays to the Show of the Land with Jen B on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, are you in the market for Florida sports or just keeping up with the latest in the Panhandle? Palm Tree Sports is a dedicated audio hub to all things sports in the Sunshine State. We cover current events, big news, heavily favored opinions all across the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. So come check us out every Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For a down south education on Florida sports and athletics, it's hosted by yours truly, Corey Pujols, and is powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, guys, to the Tornado Takeover. Again, we are your hosts.
You first this time.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Fred.
Yep, that's right. We haven't changed.
Nope.
All right, we are going to head, as you can tell by the lovely color, to Stillwater to talk about some OSU Cowboys.
Go Pokes.
Go Pokes. That just, I just don't get it. Why is it Go Pokes, but y'all are the Cowboys? Wouldn't it be like, yeehaw?
And Pistol Pete.
Pew, pew. Like, I don't know. Anyways, all right, sidetracked.
Moving forward.
Going forward. Let's talk a little bit about our tennis. So unfortunately, the men's tennis, they did not update me. I searched and never found an update. But women's tennis, lost in NCAA individuals, unfortunately. However, they did win 2 titles in 5 tournaments, winning the ITA Indoors and the Big 12 regular season and tournament championships. Tennis, as I stated earlier, is getting ready for spring play. So that was your quick tennis update. Now I'm going to turn to wrestling very quickly. In the wrestling
Arena.
Thank you. Wrestling, not wrestling. I sound like Bugs Bunny. No, Elmer Fudd. The wrestling. Anyways.
The Wascally Wabbit.
Wrestling ended up winning against Wyoming 32-6, and then also beat Arizona State on Sunday 33-6. OSU's got a very dominant wrestling program. So that is exciting to watch. Actually, I believe, didn't we discuss this? One of their coaches competed in the Olympics, got gold medal.
Also, a couple of UFC fighters went to OSU. Daniel Cormier. Randy Couture, just to name a couple of them. So, if you know, you know. But yeah, they've always had a very strong wrestling program. So
exactly,
it's no surprise to me.
We got T5 has entered the chat now, and he said, "Hey folks, what's good?
Everything's good. Everything is good.
ROU Sooners are going to be playing yo LSU Tigers." To which Mr. Larry B says that OU beats LSU. What? T5?
Shout out to T5, man.
So then What's T5 good, replies, they want to be OU. Oh.
Okay. I hear that.
Yeah, you're right. We gonna win.
We'll see. We'll
All
just
right.
see about that.
So now we're going to jump into, please make sure I spell the question right.
Okay.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay. I'm telling y'all, we call equestrian in our house e-questions, and I almost wrote e-questions. Don't ask. It's a long story.
Right, and we don't have enough time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, in the equestrian ring, stable, not a stable, that's where the horses stay. In the equestrian ring, they lost the Sooners. Oh my gosh. The Cowgirls lost 9-9. Okay, so I know it sounds very weird that they lost 9-9, but there was a small little point differential, which caused them to lose against number 7 Fresno State. One of these days, I'm going to go to one of these meets. We're going to go to one of these meets.
Sure.
And then they ended up winning on Saturday, 12-7 against UC Davis. So congratulations to our real Cowgirls, because they ride on them horses. Mm-hmm. I see you. What I see you.
For real.
For real. All right. The OSU Cowboys were hosted I don't remember if they hosted. Let me stop lying. I don't know if they hosted. But they won on Wednesday against Central Arkansas 89-58 in basketball. And then on Monday, shiitakes. I'm reading the wrong scores.
Didn't I pull that last week?
Let me go to men's basketball. I was reading y'all women's. All right. Men's basketball was in the Charleston Classic. Unfortunately, they didn't do too hot. They lost to FAU 78-86. Then they beat the Miami Hurricanes 74-80. So they won 80-74. But then in the 5th place game, they ended up losing to Nevada 78-90. Yeah, not looking too good for the OSU Cowboys men's basketball team. They are currently sitting. My phone keeps connecting to the downstairs television, by the way.
Okay.
So our dog's cartoons are not on anymore.
It'll be all right.
Just wanted to let you know that.
It'll be fine.
Here we go. The Cowboys are now 4-2. Not the best place to be. They are done playing for the month of November. They will start back on Wednesday the 4th, which we will preview this game next week. They will be in Tulsa. And then they will be playing Seton Hall in the Big 12 Big East battle. So right now the men are 3rd to last, with Arizona being at the bottom and UCF below them in, the Big 12.
I want to touch on a couple of things real fast. The Cowboys had 33 total fouls that game. That's a lot.
That's extreme.
That is a lot.
Against the Nevada Wolf Pack?
Now, mind you, they had won the rebounding battle. Now, anybody who's played basketball, there's a saying, whoever controls the boards controls the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you maintain possession of the ball.
I didn't play basketball, and I know that.
Yeah, that's an old saying. So you won the rebounding battle 50-39, but you had 33 fouls.
I don't get it.
These guys can play, but y'all gotta watch that foul trouble. I just wanted to touch on that real fast.
No, absolutely. Go ahead.
No, that's
Throw
it.
it out there.
No, that's it. They're a good team, and stating, and I'm pretty sure we've stated this before. I'll be super fast, but Oklahoma State's always had a pretty good basketball program too.
Both men's and women's has been decent. Women's is getting better than what they were.
And they're getting the shine that I feel like they deserve. We'll be touching on that too.
We were actually going to go right into that.
Hey, right on time.
So we're actually going to jump over to the women's locker room from the men's locker room. Women beat Central Arkansas on Wednesday, 89-58. Yesterday, they hosted Chicago State. Now, this is a game you and I both watched.
Very true.
I'm really not sure if Chicago State showed up. The Cowgirls beat Chicago State 113-50. At one point I looked and the score was like 30-something to 2 or 30-something to 3.
It was like 28 to like 7 or something like that.
Yeah,
and
it
this
was
is like
bad.
in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
And here's the thing, like the Chicago State girls, there were a couple of girls I watched actually could play.
Yeah, there were.
You know what I mean? Had a nice handle, good on the inside. OSU's girls had a monstrous block from their center.
Are you talking about the girl that couldn't hit a wide open layup?
Sure, there was a few of them that couldn't hit a wide open layup. Shout out to Micah Gray. She scored 9 3-pointers.
No, she scored 10 3-pointers.
Oh, excuse me, 10 3-pointers. That's 100% correct.
She shattered Micah Gray with 10 threes, shattered the program's single game individual mark. Now, during that game, there were 3 records that were broken. The Micah Gray 10s, there were 16 3-pointers made, which is the most 3-pointers in a single in a game in Cowgirl history. And also they set the women's single game marks for points. So they got more points in a single game than they've ever gotten before, basically.
Shout out to Anna Gret Ozzie and Mason Heward, excuse me.
Heward.
That's what I said, Heward. I said it wrong the first time.
Because I'm gonna remember her name because I said I've never heard a last name like that.
3-pointers. Great offensive awareness. I was watching them play. Those girls are good. They're really, really good. So shout out to those ladies.
Look, let me just tell you, there was only like 2,000 and some people in them stands.
Yeah, just roughly over 2,000.
But y'all need to support women's sports.
Those girls can play. I've said it several times, and I'll say it again.
I'm not gonna get on my high horse about women's sports because I feel like I get on my high horse all the time. But them girls can play.
They can play.
The Arkansas. Oh my gosh, listen to me. The women's basketball is going to be heading to a tournament. Let me look up, make sure I got the Daytona Beach Classics. They're going to be heading over here to Florida. They're going to be taking on Arkansas at 5:45 p.m. Central Time on Friday. And then they're going to be taking on the Richmond Spiders also at 5:45 Central Time on Saturday to close out the month of November. It is so hard to believe that Saturday is the end of November.
For me, it's hard to believe that this entire year went by as fast as it did.
I mean, I'm kind of glad it did because I can't wait to marry you, and I was tired of that.
Likewise. But at the same time, it just no. Like I'm looking forward to it. Like there are people. I'm just gonna touch on it, guys. At my job, there are people who ask me all the time, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, "No." Like I'm looking forward to
get
it.
married.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Like literally, if y'all could see the behind the camera, there are boxes stacked up of like wedding stuff. Like I'm just so tired.
It is my joy.
I'm tired of it being in the house. Like I just want to go ahead and like see everything I've planned for a year and a half.
We were gonna do it anyway.
And then get married.
We were gonna do it anyway. But just the fact that I'm marrying the best person that I could marry. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy is 8 years ago today I was dead.
Well, you're alive now.
And now I'm marrying you.
See?
That sounded really weird for those that don't know.
Well,
I had a complication.
It's a long story behind that as well. But I do think it is definitely a divine intervention thing. And as I've told her several times, and I'll put it out there, I would do that day all over again.
Absolutely. All right, back to sports, guys.
We're just letting y'all in our life. You know, we're sharing, some of our life with you. Who are we not to share some of our life with?
We're gonna turn
moving forward
to y'all see it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a team anymore? I mean, is there still a team? How is Mike Gundy still got a job?
Remember, he got headbutted,
How does he still have a job? They lost.
I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Look.
But
I'm gonna make this short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, the Cowboys lost to Texas Tech on senior night, 48-56. All right, there's nothing to say. The only thing to say is that
maybe he needs another headbutt.
what's this guy's name? That guy right there. That's the first name.
Milwaukee Smith, named newcomer of the week.
That guy. He was named newcomer of the week as the quarterback. He ended up, he was named newcomer of the week for his performance at Texas Tech, going 36 for 35, 316 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also had a 13-yard rushing touchdown.
Good job. Wish we'd have came out with the W on that one, though.
Maybe we should have started this freshman the whole time.
What Mike Gundy needs to do is go back out to his cattle. Go back to the cattle and say, look, I need another idea. Get a headbutt going.
He got hit in the head once already and it didn't work.
Yeah, well, maybe they need to bump some ideas back into him. I don't know, but this season has been absolutely atrocious. I said what I said.
Look, this is how bad it is, okay? This is how bad it is. Y'all want to know where OSU stands? Dead damn last. Pardon my French. Dead last in the conference. Dead last.
That bad.
Utah, who was playing really great, is ahead of them. We are 0-8 in the conference play, and we're heading to Colorado this weekend, y'all.
To play Deion Sanders and his team.
And the Buffalo Buffs. We are 3-8 on the season. The only team in the state of Oklahoma that is going bowling is the OU Sooners.
Yep.
Do you remember the day when all 3 major colleges in Oklahoma
went to a bowl?
We were in a bowl game?
Yeah, I did. Long gone are those days, at least this season. Sorry.
Dead last.
How do you get to the bottom of the barrel?
We are 2-4 at home and 1-4 on the road. I almost tossed my phone on the floor. That's how ashamed I am.
It's bad.
And again, we are heading to Colorado on Friday, Black Friday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on ABC. If y'all want to see an atrocity, definitely tune in to ABC on Saturday. Y'all, my best friend, she like in Germany right here in the comments.
That's right. Shout out to Summer and Dylan and Willow. That's right.
You want to add the dogs, Shep and Max in there?
Shep and Max too. Absolutely. They're family too.
Yeah.
Shout out.
This used to be their old bedroom. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Now it's a tornado takeover room.
Anyways,
hey.
sidetrack.
Hey.
All right. Well, we're going to flip switch and get the hell out of Stillwater. Excuse my language.
Get the HE double hockey sticks.
We're getting out of here. But I don't know if where we're going is much better.
Just up the street to Tulsa.
We gonna talk about them
Golden Hurricanes.
Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Where do you want to start? I'm gonna ask you, where you want to start? You want to start football? You want to start basketball?
Why don't we?
Hello, Siri. Nobody asked you.
Why don't we start with men's basketball?
All right, men's basketball here. We're gonna jump into some men's basketball here.
Lost 57-71 versus Little Rock. Let's get straight to it. Lost 53-89. Yola Chicago.
Y'all want to know where they are in the conference?
Drum roll, please.
Yep, if you guessed close to the bottom, you'd be right. There's only 4 teams ahead of them in the conference. The Tulsa Golden Hurricanes are currently sitting at 4-3. Not too bad. Almost at 50%. Not bad. Little shy north. Excuse me. Hello, did I not write the rest of my notes? They will be, they actually played today prior to us coming on. They were 3-3. They beat Detroit Mercy today, 63-44. The winning score goes in the front, 63-44. They are in the Jacksonville Classic tournament. They do play Georgia State on Wednesday, so not too bad. They're not too bad. They still got a ways to improve. But they're going to need some improvement. They're heading into conference play, and you're playing against East Carolina, Memphis, and Wichita State. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to shift gears a little bit to the women's basketball, who I think really just fell off the face of the planet. Women's basketball lost, of course, like, what can you say? They lost 60-44 against Georgia on Thursday. And then lost a nail biter 84-80 in overtime to Marshall on Saturday. So kind of hard there for the Lady Golden Hurricanes. They were playing in the WBCA showcase. They will host excuse me, to close out the month of November. They will host Chicago State, who we just talked about, who was in who played OSU yesterday. They will play them on Wednesday, and then I believe they head to Creighton on Sunday. The women's basketball, y'all asked where they were in the conference. Dead last. Dead last. They 1-4. Dead last. Yep. You heard it first. They is dead last. All right. Now we're going to run on over to some cross country. Cross country placed 31st in the NCAA championship. I don't know how many that was out of, but that's still pretty good. I feel like
That's not bad.
at least you placed, you know.
Yep.
First, second, or third would have been better.
Yep.
But you know, I guess we'll
Hey, you did what you did.
settle for 31st. Volleyball. We're gonna head to the court now. Volleyball is lost to in the American tournament. I think it was the American tournament. They lost to Wichita State. Number 4, Wichita State is 0-3. I really believe that was in the American tournament I read. Now I feel like I just made that up. Well, they lost to Wichita State, so it didn't matter what it was. If it was the tournament, they out. If it was regular play, they still lost. That was the last game of this season. All right, here we go. Mr. Larry B said, shout out to number 7 Oklahoma Central Bronchos for finishing the regular season at 10-1, for winning the first round of the NCAA Division II championship bracket over number 11
Ouachita
Baptist.
Shout out to Larry for that. That was some good research.
Absolutely. And then round 2 is Saturday versus number 1 Ferris State. Listen, if you guys want more than just the typical like FBS, right? And now we're playing FBS. We're playing FCS. FBS. Whatever. Y'all want the typical, want more football? Tune in to Larry B and his co-host Taryn Rodriguez on Saturday mornings.
Let me tell you, these guys know their stuff. 3
and Out College Edition. They talk about Division 3, Division 2, Division 1, divisions I ain't never heard of before. Okay.
Right.
High school, like
they do it all.
Everything.
They're very, very knowledgeable about
very
sports.
knowledgeable. Larry used to play football.
Okay.
So even semi-pro football. So like they got it all covered. So like I said, they will be talking about round 2 on this Saturday. We'll have to tune in. But big shout outs to Oklahoma Central.
Yeah, definitely.
For
finishing the regular season at
exactly
10-1.
That's
impressive.
And winning the first round in Division II.
Very impressive.
Absolutely. They do it all. So
okay.
All right.
Moving forward.
Now we're going to talk about, if you got virgin ears, please cover your ears, because I don't know how it's a disclaimer. I'm going to cuss. The shit show in Tampa. You read that right. The Golden Hurricanes got manhandled in Tampa.
Got whooped.
Excuse me, I need to get my notes off the floor. You know what the score was?
Enlighten us.
63-30.
So they lost by 33 points.
Mm-hmm.
Got whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because of that, our old friend here, Mr. Kevin Wilson, got axed. Or excuse me, let me say this politically correct. He got relieved of his duties. He got fired. There's not much else to say. He got fired. Tulsa, after 2 years, Kevin Wilson was relieved of his duties, going 7 for 16 overall, 3-12 in the conference. The wide receivers coach is named the intern. Mr. Ryan Switzer will be the interim head coach for this Saturday's game against FAU on senior night. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm done. We gonna switch gears. We gonna take a short, quick, fast, in a hurry break. We get back. We're gonna quick, fast, in a hurry break. Talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and some OKC Energy. So we'll be right back, y'all. Hold on tight. Don't go nowhere.
This is IE Sports
Radio.
Your direct feed
for all that is sports. You're watching Tornado Takeover. We'll be back.
What's up, everybody? This is Darren Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, told you that'd be quick. Welcome back to the Tornado Takeover. We are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela. And you're watching us right here, powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What is with that high pitch? What's your direct feed?
I don't know. I just decided to switch it up a little bit.
All
right. Thunder up.
Thunder up.
All right. Let's chat.
Let me jump on this real quick. First of all, just super fast.
You're about to throw off my whole.
I just want to talk about the standings with the Thunder and that they are still. We're on the same world business. The Thunder is the number one team in the Western Conference at 13-4. That's all I wanted to say. They are on top of they are the creme de la creme of the Western Conference.
They got the Warriors, the Rockets, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies rounding out the top five. You just gonna relax?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We just chillaxing over here.
Yeah, we sure is.
All right. So Tuesday after our show, the Thunder lost to the Spurs, 110-104. They then headed out west, as far west as you can get from Oklahoma. I lied. They hosted the Portland Thorns. Not Thorns. That's a whole other sport. They hosted the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Thorns are women's soccer. I'm sorry. They beat them 109-99. And then we're California dreaming. We got a 3-game dance in California. First, they took on the Sacramento Kings yesterday, where they ended up winning 130 to 109. Or was that supposed to be 136?
No, it's 130.
Okay. Tomorrow, they're going to take on the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they will head to LA to take on the Lakers in group stage. On Sunday the 1st, they will head to Houston to take on the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll close it out until we come back on the air next Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much. Thunder is looking absolutely incredible.
Absolutely. SGA said that he is pleased with the pickup of Hartenstein, says that he fits into the hole. He fits in the hole that the team very well. He said, obviously, there was no big surprise to anyone at all that there was that one piece that was missing at the end of last year. And that Hartenstein was that last piece of the puzzle. Hartenstein was delayed to start a month with OKC due to a hand fracture.
But I think let's talk about it real quick for the couple of minutes we have left. I like him there.
I do too.
I like him there. He definitely brings good down the paint presence.
Like I said,
he has a lot of ability.
He also once he was able to come back, the guy whose name I just drew a blank from, who had basically been playing that position, ended up getting injured, and so it kind of it was like paths crossing.
Sure.
But no, I'm
very pleased with the Thunder.
I'm very pleased with the Thunder. I'm very pleased the way that they're heading and the
way they're playing. They're looking good. Young, strong, hungry.
Very much.
Healthy team.
Very much.
The sky's the limit for them. Matter of fact, they can break past the sky as far as I'm concerned. They've been, for the most part, pretty consistent all season. A couple here and there, but that happens. To maintain their standing at number 1 in the West.
Especially being 13-4, and if you look at the standings, I mean, the Warriors are not that far behind.
No, they're like neck to neck with them.
They definitely have to win tomorrow, in order to keep that first place.
No,
position.
I agree. And
especially with the Warriors, and then you got the Rockets, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies. And if you think about it, 3 of those teams, the except for the Grizzlies, the next 3 games are against those 3 opponents.
Well.
So
Grizzlies, they still got Ja Morant. That dude can play. That rascal is solid. So, let's talk about it. SGA, that brother's a superstar.
I apologize. My phone just decided I was going to play.
He's leading the team well. He's humbly accepting his role, but he's smooth, silky game for anybody who's watched him play. You know what I mean? He's got it all. Confidence, good footwork, fast, can pretty much shoot anywhere, can score anywhere. You know what I mean? Hard to stop. Like, he just has that natural instinct to play basketball, So having Hartenstein, as an additive to the team, along with they are gelling very well.
Yeah, for
sure. So
it's
good to see them there. They're good. They have that inside presence, which they've needed for a long time. And let's go to.
Speaking of basketball, we're going to switch. It sounds a little weird. We're going to switch gears. That's not we're going to go right here. We're going to chat a little bit about OKC Energy.
You guys are going to like this one.
So speaking of basketball, make this quick, fast, and in a hurry. Mr.
Russell Westbrook, former Oklahoma City Thunder player.
That guy.
Who now plays with the Denver Nuggets.
That guy.
Russell Westbrook
has made an investment to the Oklahoma City Energy, the OKC Energy. So reading just very short, fast, and quick from footboom1.com. And this was today, actually, at 12:08 a.m. Sorry, I have an itch on my ankle. I'm over here just scratching it. NBA superstar Russell Westbrook, I can never say his name. Currently in his 17th season with the Denver Nuggets, has made a major investment in a new project close to his heart, a state-of-the-art soccer stadium for Oklahoma City. Having spent a quote, this is a quote from Westbrook, quote, having spent a considerable amount of time,
After spending a considerable amount of time, I got you.
No, amount of my life. There was no word. Time was nowhere in that.
In Oklahoma City, it holds a special place in my heart akin to a second home. That is a direct quote from Mr. Westbrook.
Yes, minus the word time because he never said that. The funding will support the construction of a 12,000-seat venue for the Oklahoma City Energy FC, a club in the United Soccer League, the USL, that has been forced to sit on the sidelines due to inadequate facilities. Backed by Echo, which holds a majority in the stake in the team, the venture promises to revitalize soccer scene in the region. It also it's a 40 acres in the heart of downtown. They're going to transform into a vibrant entertainment district complete with dining options, retail spaces, and community venues. It's located near the convention center and the NBA arena. This development aims to enhance the overall experience of fans attending the matches. It is supposed to be scheduled. The stadium is scheduled for completion in 2027. So huge congratulations to Oklahoma City Energy for getting that stadium, and a big ups to Russell what's his name?
Russell Westbrook. A big shout out to Russell Westbrook for giving back to the city that he played for so long. And I like the fact that even though he left Oklahoma City, he still, obviously there's a partiality there because I'm from Oklahoma City. But just the fact that he wanted to reach out to the team or the city that he used to play for and say, you know what, let me contribute and give back, So he definitely gets props from me on that one.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook for that one.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So that is going to
conclude the show.
I just had the hiccup. That's going to do it for us here on the Tornado Takeover. We hope each and every one of you have a happy and
awesome
healthy Thanksgiving. Just remember that it's time to be thankful and appreciate what you have.
Absolutely.
I have a whole new respect for Thanksgiving after what I've been through. My life especially doesn't happen on Thanksgiving. So I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very grateful to have this man in my life to spend it with. Very grateful for IE Sports Radio for allowing
family,
us
friends,
to do
everything
this
you have.
show.
Absolutely.
Definitely very grateful for everyone.
And count your blessings out there, guys.
Absolutely.
There's something to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
Think at least 5 things you can be thankful for.
I think I can 5 things.
Oh, I have a list. I don't have enough time.
All right, thank you so much to our Okies. It was the pillow that fell. I thought one of them fell. We thank each and every one of you for tuning in. We will see you guys next Tuesday, and that is Wedding Week.
Hey!
We will be
Countdown.
We will be on next Wedding Week. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Hey.
Hope you guys have a great night.
That's right.
You have been watching Tornado Takeover. We're your hosts.
Fred.
And I'm Angela. This is IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
All that is sports.
See.